Hey, Shalom. Okay, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, our elders of GMS, and salutation, peace, and blessings to the hopeful elect of the children of Israel, the sincere laborers that's out there pushing his word in season and out of season. All right. The elect that consists of people of Negro, Latino, and Native American descent, and that accepts this truth. Okay? Israelite foreigners who Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but have the spirit of an Israelite, meaning that through their fathers go back to the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? And you walk with women that's humbling yourself as well and accept this truth for what it is, the truth. Okay, proposal to rename Wayne National Park, which the signs say usually when I drive through it, Wayne National Forest. It's a massive forest over oponyms. Role in Native American genocide sparks ire. All right, so regardless, it's again just another thing to put lure the people, the tribes back to sleep as if they're making progress. This place is going to be destroyed regardless, you know. And as if you're not paying attention, you can see that drum beat of war is getting louder and getting louder, you know. And if you're not hearing it, then that means you're spiritually looking for another song to listen to, you know, period. Can't accept this truth for it. Hey, it's prophesied that this place is going to be destroyed. It's prophesied these scriptures I'm about to go through, you know, is going to take place. Okay? But let's start reading this here. Federal proposal to rename Ohio's Wayne National Park because its American revolutionary leader, Oppenheimer, participated in the genocide of Native Americans has sparked ire from lawmakers and residents alike. Oh man, oh man, oh man. This is just part of prophecies here, and as well as part of Jake being punished for transgressing the laws and not hearkening to the Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and just going astray, just running astray. Let me see here. I didn't have intention of pulling this up until I just started reading it. Here we go. Genesis 49 and 19, spiritual scripture, which is another clue on who the tribes are. There's some good studying just to be able to explain to individuals signs of who the tribes are. But Genesis 49:19, Gad. Okay, Gad is who we often refer to as Native Americans, which Native American isn't their right, isn't their name. Native American. That's something else. They're Gadites. Okay, they're Gadites. A troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. And here we are. We're living in this moment now, the last, where Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to raise up 12,000 gods out of each tribe, men. I like to say gods because that's literally what the 144,000 are. They've been restored to their power. They have renewed their strength, as the scriptures refer to. Okay, and they're going to be gods, and they're going to overcome these devils in the end. You know, because we dwell safely under the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so Gad, a troop shall overcome him. Okay, and that's the troops. Well, you know, it wasn't all the troops. It was because the main troops were the American cavalry. You know, the American government. It was their band of military, the cavalry. Bunch of goddamn devils. Let me do this. I just started doing this here. If you don't already, you know, recommend you buying the book, The Trail of Tears. I have a copy myself. I have quite a bit of information on, especially that time era, and the Native Americans being slaughtered. Okay, let's just pull up some images here. Esau, Edom. And there's some vicious history to read. This was some serious bloodshed here. To see why it was necessary for Esau to build that Gatling gun. That was the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh and these devils, that he put in these devils to build that Gatling guns to fulfill prophecies. But as the scripture said, how they further angered Yahweh by, after slavery, these devils continued on in their wrath, man. Continued on in their continuous stroke, oppressing the hell out of us. Most notably the Jim Crow era. These devils didn't let up at all. At all. So, just get back here. As a matter of fact, let me open this here. And the scripture is Psalms. Okay, here we go. And there's many more other places like this across Babylon. Hell, all of this across Babylon. But you may even run across places that's actually named after Native Americans. Seminoles and, Seminole Indians and so on here. But for the most part, major cities and towns and streets and whatever. Psalms 49:11, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. And as they're doing now, building, and check it out. The dude mentioned it on this video, which is really, he's full of shit. The guy's video is full of shit. He's full of shit. He's just, he's not enlightening no one with information, but he does keep your attention on. Let me see if I can find it here on YouTube. Keep your attention on what's going on. And he mentioned how a lot of celebrities now are building bunkers and getting ready for this great war that's coming, getting ready for a tough time that's coming. They're following after the examples of their masters. And let me go back to my library history. Here we go on Full Spectrum Survival. And again, they're not going to give you they don't have the key to getting up out of here. And these Edomites, and I'm sure you know who Full Spectrum Survival is, who's pretty much full of shit. He doesn't have no clue of biblical prophecy. He has no understanding or no clue of the Bible itself. But again, his channel, he profits off of the bad news, and he again telling people to prepare, and as if he's some warning, But Yahweh actually uses these devils as well to for a purpose. But again, he's not telling the people, the many thousands of viewers that he get to, this is the Lord's doing at all, and again, he hopes and prays that the storm passes or it gets averted, or if so, after the smoke is cleared, they'll be able to come out and continue on uh, the madness that we've all of our lives been experiencing. They want this shit to continue on. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. He talks about how he done build a fortress, done stockpile food and weapons, and they got an agreement and organized with their neighbors, with their neighbors, you know. And when there's a famine coming, they really think they're going to be civilized toward one another, where, as the scripture says, friend shall fight against friend, and they're literally not taking these things into account. The only voices that the people should be listening to are the voices of the men of the Lord. Period. You know, it doesn't matter who you are, what nationality you are. I mean, the real voices that's telling you what's really going down is the men of the Lord. You know, and when all hell pops off, then you gonna know who that a prophet was amongst you. There ain't saving. No, there's no saving this place. You know, this is it. This is it. And there's going to be lots and lots of death, lots of suffering, lots of crying, lots of moaning, groaning. This is it. And this is just the judgment of this place. And this is an example why this video here is an example of why this place is literally going to get judged and destroyed. All right, so their dwelling places to all generations, that they call their lands after their own names. Okay, so let me do this here. Let me do this here. The grave is their eternal home, where they will stay forever. They may name their estates after themselves. Okay, but their fame will not last. They will die just like animals. You know, what thou hast done, it shall be done unto you. But their fame will not last. They will die just like animals. This is the fate of fools. Though they are remembered as being wise, like sheep they are led to the grave, where death will be their shepherd. In the morning the godly will rule over them. Their bodies will rot in grave, far from their grand estate. Damn devils. You know, this place is done, man. So let me get another scripture here. Come on, there you go. Okay, it says here, Deuteronomy 9:14, let alone that I may, and ultimately was referring to the stiff-necked people of our people. And let me start at the 12. And the Lord said unto me, arise, get thee down quickly from hence. For thy people, the Israelites, which thou hast brought forth out of Egypt, have corrupted themselves. They are quickly turned aside out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten image. Furthermore, the Lord spake unto me, saying, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Let me alone, that I may destroy them, and blot out their name from under heaven, and I will make of thee a nation mightier and greater than they. So this 14 is we're applying it to Esau now. Let me alone, that I may destroy them, and blot out their name from under heaven, and I will make of thee a nation mightier and greater than they. So let's go back to this here. Let's read this. The U.S. Department of Agricultural Forest Service announced over the summer that it was considered renaming the park at the behest of local tribal leaders who say that Revolutionary War General Anthony Wayne led efforts. The Revolutionary War General Anthony Wayne led efforts to remove Native Americans from the area in 1794. Okay, and General Revolutionary here, let me do this. Whoever this, War General Anthony Wayne. Search. Was a U.S. Army general and statesman who served with distinction during the Revolutionary War and later as a politician in his home state of Pennsylvania. This is the devil here. This is the Edomite here. Anthony Wayne served as an officer in the Continental Army during the American Revolution. His military exploits earned him the nickname Mad Anthony. Mad Anthony. Imagine that. Mad Anthony. Died in 1796, was an American soldier, officer, statesman, and a founding father of the United States. He adopted a military career at the outset of the American Revolutionary War, where his military exploits and fiery personality quickly earned him a promotion to brigadier general and the nickname Mad Anthony. I was hoping they'd give us more of into the name Mad Anthony, or I could just look it up. Let me do this. Mad Anthony. These people were monsters, man. And that monster personality, that monster characteristic they had was ultimately the anger of Yahweh. Mad Anthony. Okay, so it don't really give you nothing. But it does. Wayne was famous for his military endurance and his aggressive leadership in combat, earning the sobriquet Mad Anthony, but he was also noteworthy for his careful planning prior to going on a campaign. So it's really not giving you much there. So the Forest Service is considering renaming the sprawling forest the Buckeye National Forest, which will echo Ohio State nickname as the Buckeye State. Fuck Ohio. Other options include the Ohio National Forest and the Cotewa National Forest, after a Miami tribe word for fires, in homage to the role burns play in forest management and regeneration. Our intention is to listen to tribal nations and community members and take the actions needed to serve them better. Forest Supervisor Lee Stewart said in a statement at the time. Okay, so Forest headquarters of Athens Ranger Station, Wayne National Forest. I have to drive through this thing. And it's massive. Okay, the current opening of the force when Anthony Wayne lived in Pennsylvania was summoned by President George Washington to get rid of the confederations of Native Americans in what later became Ohio. He was also a proud slaveholder, owning more than 50 people, according to Cleveland. So this man is honored, man. Why else would they name that massive force after this devil? Proud slave owner. So here we go. Let me do this here. And you know the scripture. He that have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed by the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Piece of shit. Same people, the same pieces of shit is still ruling over us to this day. They out of here. And it's just obviously playing out now. They up out of here, man. Literally. Thou hast rebuked the heathen. Thou hast destroyed the wicked. Thou hast put out their name forever and ever. Psalms 94, for thou hast maintained my right and my cause. Thou satest in the throne judging right. Sattest in the throne judging right. Thou hast rebuked the heathen. Thou hast destroyed the wicked. Thou hast put out their name forever and ever. O thou enemy, destructions are come to a perpetual end, and thou hast destroyed cities. The memorial is perished with them. Part of their memorial. Let's see what memorial goes into here. Their memorial. Remembrance. Memory. Remember that they're going to be chased out of the world like a bad dream. Pieces of trash. But the Lord Yahweh shall endure forever. He hath prepared his throne for judgment, and he shall judge the world in righteousness. He shall minister judgment to the people in uprightness. The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. And this is where we're at, man. He's going to protect us, Lord willing. So he said, and again, this place has never been touched since the Civil War. You know, like I said, I sit as a lady. You know, that's the mind of these people. No, her end's here. Like the scripture in Ezekiel say, the end is here. It is here. The end. It watches for thee. This place is done, man. And there's many, many examples of this. Places named after the example. If you can't find them, you're just blind. If you can't find places named after this devil. You know, the capital city of Columbus, of Ohio, Columbus, named after a piece of trash. You know? On and on. Okay, let me get another one here. And I'm going to close here. Psalms 109:1, the chief musician, a psalm of David. Hold not thy peace, O power of my praise, for the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are open against me. And that's another thing that about this, about how they're talking about changing the name. It's a deceitful act, as if the change is taking place. This is what the sinners love to hear and love to read. Oh, we're making progress. No, you're not. Not even in the least bit. You're not making progress. This is just a form of deceit, man. Trickery, witchcraft. They have spoken against me, and I know speaking against me meaning propaganda, lies, because their intention is to, make us villains, which they've got a history of that, doing that in the media. We're the face of all robbery, murder. We're the face of what? Drug dealing, drug users. We're the face of all that. And we were labeled bywords, and But you got to be careful with this devil. He's very clever. He's deceitful. They compass me about, so like they have spoken against me with a lying tongue. They compass me about also with words of hatred, and fought against me without a cause. For my love, they are my adversaries. But I give myself unto prayer, and they have rewarded me evil for good, and hatred for my love. Set thou a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand. When he shall be judged, let him be condemned, and let his prayer become sin. And they're praying to overcome these judgments right now, and using their wicked seers and soothsayers and let his days be few, and let another take his office. Let his children be fatherless, and his wife a widow. Imagine what did they say? What did it say here? The U.S. Department of, let me find it. Where did it say that at? I'm missing it. Hold up. Oh, I read it when I looked up the devil himself. Again, it's American revolutionary leader participating in the genocide of Native Americans. Okay. And as it said, George Washington sent him out there to remove the Native Americans from their land. Where did I read that at? Well, you know. Okay, was commissioned by President George Washington to command what became known as the Legion of the United States in an effort to secure territory gained by the Treaty of Paris in 1783, which the British have refused to relinquish. When the Revolution, Wayne played an important role in the 1777 Philadelphia campaign, the Battle of Monmouth, and the Southern campaigns. His most important military contributions to his new nation, however, was his campaign against American Indians in the Northwest Territory in the 1790s. So imagine the slaughter, the bloodshed. Just imagine that. Just imagine it. Okay, let his children be fatherless and his wife a widow. Let his children be continually vagabonds and beg. Let them seek their bread also out of their desolate places. Let the extortioner catch all that he hath, and let the stranger spoil his labor. Let there be none to extend mercy unto him, neither let there be any to favor his fatherless children. Okay, and let his posterity be cut off, and in the generation following, let their name be blotted out. Let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered. History name. I mean, here we go. Esau's helping us out on that one, helping us remember his wickedness. Let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with the Lord, and let not the sin of his mother be blotted out. Let them be before the Lord continually, that he may cut off the memory of them from the earth. So they're up out of here, and it's playing out right now. You know, it's playing out in front of the whole world. Now the whole world is seeing the wickedness of this damn devil, these devils, you know. Your turn, devil. This is part of the prayers we throw up, continue. We throw up an actual curse to this devil, you know. Every day I read these curses into Hebrew because it has more power. Curses against these Edomites. And how I was hearing these, and he's hearing this, the cry. Okay, so with that, shalom.